So now let's talk about how to find a potential function. So we're going to look at an example, find a potential function for the vector field 2xyi plus x squared minus yj. So because we're finding a potential function, we're going to assume that f is, so first thing we need to do, we're not going to assume, the first thing we need to do is check that f is conservative. Because if it's not conservative, it doesn't have a potential function. So why is it conservative? Well, we use our test that we learned in the last video. The partial derivative with respect to y of m is 2x. The partial derivative with respect to x of n is 2x. And these two things are equal. So we know f is conservative, which means we can find a potential function. There is one. So we need to find a function f such that the gradient of f is equal to f of xy. So the gradient of f needs to be 2xyi plus x squared minus yj. So what this means is that the partial derivative of f with respect to x would be 2xy. The partial derivative of f with respect to y would be x squared minus y. Now, to find f of xy, we can integrate our partial derivative with respect to x in terms of x. So I'm getting 2xy dx. So here I'm getting x squared y plus a constant, but it's really more than that. It's some kind of function of y, because y is a constant when you're integrating with in terms of x. On the other hand, I can find f through taking the integral of the partial derivative of y with respect to y now. So I'm integrating x squared minus y dy. You're going to get x squared y minus y squared over 2 plus a constant. And now here, y is my variable, so my constant is some function of x. So if you compare these two, you'll see that they both have an x squared y in them. And then if you look, g of y will have to be this plus a constant. So g of y has to equal minus y squared over 2 plus maybe a constant k1. And then h of x will just be some constant k2 because there's no other x terms up here. So then, in total, for f of xy, we're getting x squared y minus y squared over 2 plus a constant k, where this k really represents the sum of the two constants, k1 and k2. So here's all of the potential functions. If you want a specific one, you can just pick a constant value for k to get your potential function.